New news closer home from India in a shocking clincher. Top government sources have now revealed to WION that the intelligence agencies have found that the terrorists were strategizing to do something big on the anniversary of 26/11. This information was sought during a review meeting held by Prime Minister Narendra Modi with Home Minister Amit Shah, National Security Advisor Ajit Doval, along with the top intelligence establishment. Now, the meeting was held in the light of Nagrota incident which took place yesterday on Thursday. 4 Jaish-e-Mohammed terrorists who were hiding in a truck were killed in an encounter with security forces on the Jammu-Srinagar National Highway near Nagrota yesterday. And 2 policemen were also injured during this gunfight. Security has been tightened and Nagrota area has been cordoned off and the Jammu-Srinagar National Highway has been closed. For more details, let's quickly go across to our principal diplomatic correspondent, Siddhant Sibal, who's joining us live from New Delhi with more details. Siddhant, what are the details that have emerged from this high review meet chaired by the Indian Prime Minister?
Well, one of the key points was to make sure that there is no attempt of terrorism, cross-border terrorism, particularly in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir and, of course, rest of India as well. But the incident which came earlier this week came just a few days before the 26/11 anniversary. We know that Pakistan does plan to create some kind of havoc ahead of the anniversary, and that is why the meeting took place. And, of course, yesterday's incident was spotted. In fact, the Indian Prime Minister has tweeted about it as well. But the spectre of terrorism from Pakistan is a constant threat, something that India, along with Afghanistan, both are battling on a continuous basis. In fact, India has taken a number of measures in past few years. In fact, after 26/11, number of reforms were taken, especially when it comes to maritime security. And one thing I can highlight is since 2014, there hasn't been any major attack, barring, of course, in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. We know Pulwama terror attack and other terror attacks which happened in the state. Now, of course, the Union Territory. And after that, we know that India took strong action diplomatically as well as militarily against Pakistan.
Right. And yet, Siddhant, the threat looms large. Polls are scheduled later this month in the valley. Winter has arrived and Pakistan's deep state has been doing its best to disturb the valley. How are the government and security forces ensuring that the upcoming polls happen peacefully?
Well, one thing that the Indian government is focusing is to make sure that the infiltration attempts are thwarted. In fact, just last week, we know on Friday, situation deteriorated very badly at the line of control after the Pakistani side provoked the Indian side the unprovoked ceasefire violation. And that was primarily to give cover to these terrorists to infiltrate into the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, especially ahead of the snow coming there. That, of course, stops the inflow, but again in the springtime there is an influx. So that is something that the Indian government is focusing on. But other than that, there are other intelligence networks to make sure that all the information, detailed information the government has, and to make sure that there is no untoward attempt in the Union Territory, especially ahead of those polls.
Right. Thank you so much, Siddhant, for bringing us all those details.